Hi. I'm coming out and being super real today. I have not been doing that great the last couple of weeks. The holidays coming up, I've had a whole lot of stuff to do, and it's starting to overwhelm me a little bit. My son was sick last week, and I think I was starting to get something at one point because I was taking like 2-hour naps every day last week. Yesterday was overwhelming. We started off at the Secretary of State to go update my driver's license, and then we went to the bank to open new accounts, and then we went to the dentist where I found out that I'm going to need a lot more work than I thought I was going to. Like, I knew I would have a lot to have done since I hadn't been in so long, but I was not expecting the extent that it is. I have to go have a crown put on tomorrow. I have not even gotten my Christmas decorations up, and it is currently December 12th. So my house is a disaster because I just haven't been feeling great for the last couple of weeks. And I have a video to edit today that I really need to get done because I haven't posted one since before Thanksgiving. I've been trying to work on one for the last week, and I keep like recording one portion of it and then having to update it because it's been so long since I recorded when I come back to it. So I'm keeping it real with you guys. I'm in my sweats. I don't have any makeup on. I just need to get my house clean today so that I can finally put up my Christmas decorations. So throw up an extra video since I haven't recorded one in a while, and then you can see the realness and the hot mess of things that is my life. At some point I want to film something that explains like my usual cleaning routine. I typically follow a certain routine to get like the most done the quickest way possible. So I'll probably go into that at some point in another video. But for today, I'm just gonna move from room to room just for simplicity's sake when it comes to filming. And I really want to get my Christmas decorations up because I want to have some holiday cheer in the house. Of course, when I'm filming, I would start choking. I drink loaded teas most days instead of coffee. Pretty sure I just got toothpaste on my shirt. I have been making the same breakfast sandwich and hash brown for breakfast most mornings for about the last 6 months probably. These are my ADHD hyperfixations. When I find a food I really like, I'll eat and eat it until I can't stand it anymore. I'm surprised I haven't gotten sick of these yet, honestly. They are really easy and cheap to make, and I know they fall under my macros count for my breakfast for the day. This is just what works for me. And it also makes me feel like cheating because it's similar enough to a McDonald's breakfast that it doesn't feel like something I should be allowed to have. So, I cried at the dentist 3 times yesterday. I was so embarrassed, honestly. I was trying to hide it, and I don't think I was doing a very good job of it. The whole time we were there, I just kept thinking about like how bad it was going to be and how much it was going to cost, because I knew I had a broken tooth, and I knew I had at least 2 to 3 cavities, but I didn't realize it was as bad as I didn't realize it was as bad as I had gotten. I have mild periodontal disease, which apparently is non-reversible, so I'm a little overwhelmed about that. I have to get one of my wisdom teeth removed because it's not through all the way and it's come in tilted. It's pushing on the tooth in front of it and causing a pretty large cavity. They're worried that it's not going to be able to be fixed if I don't get that taken care of soon. I need a crown on my broken tooth, which I expected, and I have 11 cavities. So it just is so frustrating sometimes adulting. Like, I spent a really long time like not facing the things in my life and just kind of avoiding them. I started trying to get better about that when I started the divorce from my ex-husband. Fresh start, new life, that kind of thing, which I feel like been doing a pretty good job of like starting to take care of those things. I still haven't been as proactive as I've needed to be, I think, but I mean, overall I'm pretty proud of myself as far as like how far I've come in the last few years. Yeah, I spent a long time like either I didn't have dental coverage or I just was kind of like super anxious about going because I already knew I was going to need a decent amount of work done and I knew we wouldn't be able to afford it at the time. I don't know. I knew it was going to be bad after 12 years of not going. I mean, literally the last time I went to the dentist was when I was in high school. So just kind of sucks. I mean, overall it's just frustrating because like my husband and I are trying really hard to get somewhere with our finances, pay off some of the things that we've accumulated over the last couple of years and from both of us even before we got together. It just seems never ending. We are very fortunate that we're in a better situation than a lot of people, so I hesitate to like complain about it in any way, but also we bought on like the high end of our budget for our house, and the way that everything has gone up in recent years has just like made it so much more expensive to live here than we thought it was going to be. And not even necessarily that, but just that like groceries have gotten so expensive that like we're spending a few $100s more there a month than we had planned on, and so it's like every single thing that goes up takes a little bit more away from that like safety net that we have. And at one point, even with as much as we were making, we were still living paycheck to paycheck. And right now we're just a little bit past that. We were lucky enough that we sold one of our vehicles, which gave us a lump sum of cash, which is why we opened a new account yesterday. We didn't have a joint account yet, and my husband didn't have an account with a local bank. I just realized that Alexa never set my timers for either of these things. So we went and set up that account, and our plans for that money was to pay off like some of our smaller loans. It's not a huge amount of money, it's a few $1,000s, but I mean that was gonna get us to a place where we could get at least a few things paid off and then not have to worry about them anymore. And there are things that are like fairly high interest, like credit cards, I'm trying not to be discouraged about the whole thing, but then like after going to the dentist yesterday and finding out how much all of that was going to cost, it's looking like we're pretty much going to drain all that money unless I split it up in a way to where it's not going to cost us so much right away. Which sucks because the like largest portion of the work I need to get done right away. So I'm hoping maybe I'd be able to push out getting my wisdom teeth removed a bit because that's going to be the biggest portion of the cost. I have no idea if this was in long enough because Alexa never set my timers, so yay. But I mean, I have to go in and get a crown put on tomorrow, and that alone is going to be $600 out of pocket, which just hurts so bad. I wasn't expecting that I would either need to get it done all right away or I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. I just didn't think it was going to be that bad. I figured the crown would be the worst of it, and it's not. I have like a minimum of 6 appointments now that I'm going to have to go to over the next few months. The toothpicks are just so the top of the English muffin doesn't slide off when the cheese starts to melt. But yeah, anyway, I just figured like other people would be able to relate. Feel free to complain about your own problems in the comments. I don't mind. I will probably relate to you too.
Now is a better time than any to start bringing them back. So I'm currently in the 2024 Hobilichi weeks for now. I say for now because you guys know there's just so many incredible options out there, and I'm gonna keep trying them out until I find what actually works for me. So
So, I'm showing you real quick what my pantry looks like at the moment. I took a couple of clips a few months ago when I was considering reorganizing it, and I was going to do that on camera, but it got to the point where it just was overwhelming. I still haven't used all the containers that I have over here, and I still need to find a place for like all these small appliances that tend to just take up too much room in here. But my shelves are at least like somewhat organized now. It's a little less overwhelming. So I'm just gonna pick this up a little bit and then I'm gonna tackle the rest of the kitchen. So I initially got this rolling cart for the pantry so that I could put some of our smaller appliances on it and just like roll it in and out. if I needed to use a crock pot or something, because we don't have a ton of counter space, and I don't know, I just thought it was going to be more useful than it ended up being to me. I think I'm going to move it to the other side of the pantry, which means that nothing will be able to sit on top of it, but it's going to be further out of the way. And then some of the stuff that was just kind of stacked on the bottom of the floor, I can put on this maybe. I don't know. Also don't have a great spot for like our potatoes and stuff to go when we have them, so maybe here. I actually found these in the pantry. These are the cord wrapping organizers that can stick on the back of appliances. So I think I'm gonna put some of these on and then figure out where these are gonna live, or whether we're gonna keep them at all. We have the ice box over here. That is where I keep our crock pot and stuff. We have an extra crock pot in there that I'm gonna get rid of. So I think I'm gonna take that out and see if I can fit any of this other stuff in there. See what else I can fit in there. And then maybe utilize these upper cabinets finally for some of the stuff we don't use very often. These are gonna come down at some point when we're ready to start doing some work on our house. One of the first things that we're gonna do, just because it's gonna be one of the easiest to tackle right away, is to take down these upper cabinets and this stove hood and get a different hood and put some open shelving in here. I just find that the upper cabinets are more often in the way than not. We still have a whole lot of storage space in our butler's pantry on the upper shelves that we're not using right now. And so I really don't need them. I'm just being lazy about finding a place for some of these things to live full time.
Bigger size. These are things up there. So for the look back, I got these on the store side. I'm gonna do a really is so cute. It looks like the wood is some anthropology and obsessed.
When I was putting the other appliances away, these handles were super like grimy from the oil and stuff that ends up here, and also the top of the range hood is like disgusting right now. Our stove still has grease stains on it from before we moved in that were so cooked on that I'm still gradually trying to get them off. Both me and my mom have gone in it multiple times and we still haven't gotten it off. boxes in the basement, and I found a whole lot of like memorabilia from when I was a kid in high school. So we were looking at that. I need to take this back downstairs though. Battery died. I also wiped down these doors, which unfortunately most of the dirtiness of them is actually just paint chips and like residue from whatever kind of paint they use to repaint everything in here. Hoping at some point one day we'll be able to strip all the paint off, but that's very wishful thinking. That would be a lot of hard work. I'm gonna wipe out the oven, and then I'm gonna sweep, and then I'm gonna be pretty much done. I'm gonna mop later. It desperately needs it, but I'm gonna do the whole house at one time. Anyway, I'm just about done, and then I'm gonna take a break and edit a video for a little bit while the rest of my batteries are charging, because I've now been through all 4 of them just on the kitchen. So I'm gonna take a break, recharge, and then we'll start with the rest of the house. Thankfully, most of the main floor will not take nearly as long as the kitchen did by itself. Okay, I'm gonna sweep, and then I'm done for now. Then I'll walk you around to see how it looks. Okay, so here we are. There's a kitty. We've got appliances in here. And there's the one side of the kitchen. It's really bright over there, sorry. And then up here, we have some more small appliances and stuff, things that had accumulated in the pantry, and then here is the pantry. That's the same. So unfortunately, this is where this video is going to end. I really was motivated to keep going, and I had moved upstairs and started filming up there. About halfway through reorganizing my guest bedroom upstairs, my head just started killing me from when I hit it on the cabinet. So I ended up taking a couple of Tylenol and laying down on the couch for a little bit, and then I pretty much lost all of my productivity for the day. I did finish cleaning up, and as of today, Monday, December 18th, I am finally going to be putting up my Christmas decorations, or at least starting the job. So hopefully that will be up soon, and I promise I will put up my cleaning routine in the future. I talked about it a little bit earlier in the video, but the one where I try to get as much done as possible in the shortest amount of time, that'll be up at some point next year. But I do have
more Christmas content coming up soon and setting up my 2024 planner. There may be a couple extra videos strewn about here since I didn't post for a little while after Thanksgiving, but either way, thanks for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. Bye!